Hello, on Friday, June the 28th. I wasn't going to do this quite yet, but I just got done. Oh, where'd he go? Maybe he's already been up there. I just got done. I ordered myself. I used my points, though. Then I needed I think you had to order at least $5 for delivery. And then by the time I got up there, there was like a $2.50 small order fee, and I'm like, if you're gonna charge me $2.50 for a small fucking order, like I'm gonna use that to like buy another drink or something. So I ended up spending more money than I intended as I watched Gail's videos from returning. I can't quite tell what's underneath there. I don't know. Woods. But I hung my bird feeders back up today and put some bird seed in them. Thought I'd see if I attracted any birds. Because, Mom's going to be back here in a few weeks for that overnight thing at the old courthouse. I was trying to figure out what that was. Oh, that's just a log back there. Okay. I was like, what? I don't remember seeing that this morning. But both of the poles were like, they were still in the ground, but they were like back, kind of laying in the tree. So I had to like go pull them out and stick them back up, and they're still at the tree line, so it shouldn't affect them when they're mowing. Of course, I don't know what Frontier's rules are. That was Mike's rule on it, because I did have them up here, and I set my ghost girl back up. As you can see, she's not in good shape though, as you can also see. But so I kind of I think I had one here and I had one over here. But that was in the way of when they would mow, so Mike wanted me to put them at the tree line, which is why they are out there. I hear chirping. But just as I came in here to like throw something away, because I was going to come in here and see if there was any birds, if I had attracted any birds yet. Oh, there goes a cardinal. I don't think I filmed him. Oh, he's right there. He's right there. Why am I not zooming in? There's a cardinal. Pretty cardinal for you. But yeah, I actually saw a squirrel over there about to, I thought maybe he was going to get up there and invest. Oh, he pooped. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Cardinal. Why are you eating that? There's delicious seed over here. Over here, over there. You should go get that. But yeah, I saw a squirrel on the ground over there, and I thought he was going to. Oh! No, they flew past it. Maybe they're doing. I think they're trying to fuck. I think maybe is the time of year for cardinals to fuck? I don't know. But yeah, I thought the squirrel was gonna jump up there and try to get the food. So, but he did not. So, oh yeah. But yes, here I'm gonna go. Sit down. There we go. And of course, Mix is asleep. Back her. So, it's probably good that I go ahead and get this done anyway, even though it's, I'm on the weekend and I can do it whenever I want. If I happen to fall asleep, whatever. Doesn't really matter, but I guess it's okay if I go ahead and do it now. So it was raining today, and we did not do a trash route today at Parks and Rec. They were putting together picnic benches at the shop. They were staying inside. I guess they were helping Public Works take care of that tree at Shepherd Park. But then it started like storming, raining, lightning, and they were worried they were going to get their trucks stuck in the mud. And of course, that's a legitimate concern. So they ended up stopping doing that, and yeah, the Public Works did. So then they went back to the shop and started putting together benches, because I guess they were replacing the benches by the pool, the park, or the, you know, picnic table bench thingies, whatever. So we were loading those up in the truck, and well, you know, when there was like a lull finally in the rain, sort of. Then as soon as we got over there, it started raining again. Well, like the boss had to go look at a door or something up at the community center, so he was like doing that, and we were just kind of in a holding pattern until he got back, you know, because we weren't sure, I guess, what he wanted to do for sure, or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, so we got the new benches in and the old benches out and taken out, and then we just kind of cleaned up the shop a bit, just kind of hung around. And I do have a bag of stuff that I saved from the shop, which I may do that as a separate video. I don't know, I was gonna tag it at the end of this or whatever, but I think I'll just make it its own separate video, maybe sometime soon-ish. Maybe right after this one, maybe, or later. After a nap, potentially. Oh my goodness. Because, yeah, I mean, you know, he was wanting to, the new boss is wanting to clean up the shop and everything, and really taking down the Christmas lights that have been up there forever. Peter broke some of them because he was trying to, like, put them gently on the floor, and I guess he dropped them instead, because, like, I had walked over to help Michael with something, and behind me I heard, like, that was the lights hitting the ground, and I'm like, well, they've been up there forever, you know? I don't know how long they've been up there. I was going through the medicine cabinet thing today with, like, all the old patches and, you know, like, gauze and all this other stuff, you know, antiseptic stuff and whatever, and there was some stuff that, oh, that's my DoorDash order. Thank you, I hadn't closed that window out yet. Rhett kept saying that he hadn't seen some of that stuff in a while, you know, and then there was these, that expired in, like, 96, I think. This expired in 95. This expired in 98, so, I mean, you know. But yeah, he said he hadn't seen any of that stuff for quite some time. But he doesn't see it now because it's gone. It's in the trash. It's thrown away. But I ended up staying until 3. But it wasn't really, I mean, you know, wasn't really that bad. We were just, like, you know, organizing. I was doing some sweeping, general sweeping, you know, of the floor while some of the they had one of the gators pulled out, so I was actually able to get, you know, where the gators had, at least the one gator had been parked, and get some of the leaves and shit out of there. But yeah, he's the new boss is wanting to, like, organize things and clean it up, and I mean, he's, you know, I mean, the things that we took down today, like, kind of gave the place some character, you know, so it's kind of like, you know, I don't know, like, before it you know, before it was like, you know, I guess maybe like a funnish place to work, and now it's going to be more professional, maybe, I don't know, or try to be more professional, whatever, you know, because, you know, they had some things, you know, sitting around that, some different toys and stuff, you know, that I don't know where they came from, who brought them in, why they were there. They're just kind of decorative, you know, just kind of fun, whatever. And it's kind of like, you know, washing away some of the history. It's like, but there again, I guess it's history nobody knows, because nobody's there anymore. I mean, Charles might know. He's been there long enough. About, like, where did this come from? I don't know. There was a horse head mask on the wall that's in the trash now, you know, buried under shards of Christmas light glass. You know, it's like, where did the horse head fucking mask come from, you know? Like, I don't know. But that I did not save. That I did not take. But I took a few things, you know. But, you know, it doesn't have to be professional. It kind of be fun. You know, like I said, taking some of the character out of the place, it's kind of a little disappointing. It's like in college, there were the dorm that I lived in. They had like these beautiful murals painted, like detailed, beautiful murals painted on some of the long stretches of hallway. And one of them was actually like Disney. I mean, maybe that was part of the problem. Maybe it was copyright. I don't know. I think it was like Snow White and Seven Dwarfs or something. Because that's the one that we tried to save. Like they put together a petition. You know, everybody kind of makes fun of that word, but they put together a petition and had, you know, got as many signatures as they could, whatever, and they hung it up on, you know, on the mural before we left for like Christmas break or something. And we came back and the mural had been painted over. Fucking stupid, like, some gray, like, fucking boring-ass, fucking disgusting color. That, you know, there was this beautiful mural painted there, like art, fucking art. And it's like, you paint over it with this fucking, like, white, off-white, disgusting, yuck, ew, vomit. Disgusting. Just so I was so fucking pissed off. I was so fucking pissed off that they, like, painted over any of them. Like, it gives the place character, you know what I mean? Like, literally, I guess, since it was, like, Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. But, you know, they paint over it with the fucking most boring goddamn fucking thing that you can fucking buy. Just, yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Just makes me so mad. So it's kind of like, you know, I mean, it's kind of taking some of the character out of the shop, which is unfortunate, because it's like, I mean, some of that stuff has been there for who knows how long. Who knows how long, you know? But anyway. I have a question to answer. It was under a cookie. I moved the cookie. Oh! My bag fell over. Oh no, let me grab my sack. Hold on. Okay, we're on the 28th. Did I say the 28th? Yes, the 28th. Today... Do you judge people based off of a first impression? This was not the question that I thought. Because Gale got ahead of himself. For some reason, he was answering questions like a month ahead of. So maybe he did maybe he did a couple days, I guess. I thought it was gonna, because there was a question he had about something about influencers or something. I don't know. Do you judge people based off of a first impression? I mean, I guess. I try not to, you know, because it's like, I mean, you know I don't present my full self to people when they first meet me. I mean, I can be very shy. I can be very reserved. We've discussed this in public settings where, especially when I don't fucking know anybody. I don't know people. Like going to, my niece Holly, going to her baby shower. It was like, I just kind of like found a corner and just stood in the corner and just didn't move until we left, because it was like, I was just so uncomfortable. I don't think I said a word to anyone while I was there. It was like, just let me exist in my space, and it's fine. I'll be a wallflower. I'm good, you know. So, I know that I don't, you know, I don't always present my best self when talking to people for the first time, you know. And also, like, I'm trying to gauge, like... how much and what kinds of humor to use with people, because some people can't handle the, you know, the harsher, like, you know, more disgusting, you know, off-color, blue-collar jokes, whatever. They don't, you know, not their thing, whatever. They're just gonna be like, oh, how dare you, you know. Like, I remember, I don't feel like I've told this story yet so far this year. Here, well, we're almost in the middle of the book. I think I looked it up the other day, and I think like halfway through the year is like day 182. We're not on day 182 yet. We're like 70, 78, something like that. So we're getting close. We're getting close to being halfway done with this. And I feel like I found a story that I haven't told yet. So before I forget it, I should tell you. There was this one time at work. I mean, people, you know, got used to me being, like, a joking, like, you know, I mean, they still are the ones that, you know, I talk to on a regular basis, whatever. They're kind of used to me, you know, being a joking kind of like, they don't take me seriously, you know. And that was kind of the mode that I was in. There was this one time, it's before they renovated the break room, and we still had the old smokers lounge or whatever. And that's where they'd set up. We had like a potluck dinner, or maybe it was for Christmas or Thanksgiving or something. For some reason, we had food in the break room, and that's where they set it up, was in the old smokers lounge. After they, you know, kicked the smokers outside. And it's kind of a tiny, it was kind of like a tiny, like, it was a room, but it was kind of like a hallway. Especially once you got tables and shit in there. Yeah, so it was kind of like, you know, hard for people to, you know, pass, whatever, each other, whatever. It was kind of a tight space. There was this one time, he hadn't worked there for very long. And, you know, we were, you know, he was trying to get past me or whatever with his plate of food or whatever. And he was like, oh, excuse me, you know, whatever. And I just looked at him and I was dead in the face and I was like, I will never forgive you. And his reaction was like, he was so, like, I, like, wounded him to the core. He was like, what, why? You know, and he was just, I was kind of like, oh my God, I have to explain myself. I have to explain myself to someone. I haven't had to do this in so long. You know, it was just ridiculous. So I told him, I was like, you know, don't take anything I say seriously. I'm usually joking. You know, like, I had to explain myself for the first time in so long. Because I actually, like, legit hurt his feelings. That was like, oh, it's entertaining, but I guess to me, you know, to that black little part of my soul, whatever. But yeah, he was just so like, he wasn't offended. It was like I hurt his feelings, because I was like, I will never forgive you. Sometimes I sell a joke too well, but that's fine. I usually recover, sometimes, you know, months later, if I break my arm or whatever. My pratfall. It was a pratfall for about 2 seconds when I went up to get my safety award. Yeah. Sometimes I sell a joke a little too well. But like, there was this one other time. This was a customer or whatever. And speaking of selling jokes a little too well, I never got called to the office. So apparently, and her friend laughed. Her friend got it, you know. Or maybe it was just, like, uncomfortable laughter, like, how dare you say that to me? How dare you say that to my friend? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. But these two girls stopped me one night, and they were like, hey, where's your nacho cheese? And once again, I looked them dead in the face, and I was like, if it's not my cheese, how am I supposed to know where it is? And like, her friend laughed, and I don't know if her friend... Like, once again, I don't know if her friend got the joke and realized I was just, like, being silly. Or if it was just like, oh my God, what did you just say? Like, call the police. Like, I don't know, I guess, for sure, if that was uncomfortable laughter, or if her friend got the joke, whatever. Because the girl just kind of, she's kind of like, just gave me, like, this blank, like, look of disbelief or whatever. And then, like, I immediately, because I became uncomfortable myself in that in that moment, I was like, I immediately, like, burst out laughing. I'm like, I'm just kidding with you. Here it is. It's over here. Let me take you. Let me show you where it is. Blah, blah, blah. She was like, oh, okay. You know, like, I don't think she appreciated the joke in that moment. It did not go, not rave reviews for that one, I feel like. To this day, I am lore in her life. Do you know, this one time I went to the store to look for nacho cheese. But probably some of her friends are like, they might have been on my side. They're like, well, if it's not his cheese, how is he supposed to know where it is? She's like, why does everyone keep saying that? Sorry. Oh, I'm still. It's the end of the week. I might be a little slap happy. I might be a little gone. But what else is new? What was the fucking point? Who knows? Who cares? Fuck it. I'm not answering a question or anything. I'm trying to have a point. So that, like, first impressions. That girl had never met me before. So hopefully she doesn't think I was just being a dick. Because I was telling Peter, because he likes his coffee, whatever. And there was this one time Mom and I, it was at some casino we were staying at or whatever. And we went down to the little coffee shop that they had. Little cafe, coffee shop, whatever it was. Of course, Mom likes her coffee too or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But so it was like inside the casino, whatever. This little coffee shop. And I proceeded to ask like what kind of frappuccinos they had. And the lady behind the desk, the lady at the counter, gave me a dissertation on how frappuccino isn't a real thing; it's a frappe, or whatever. So now I'm like, I'm like, like this has affected my entire life. I'm like, what if I order a frappuccino and they hate me? They just hold a grudge for the rest of their lives. Like, he ordered a frappuccino, but no, she was saying something about that's a made up word, whatever, blah blah blah. And I started joking with the lady, but it came off kind of dickish. It did, and I realized it as like, but I was joking, and I did give her a really good tip, because, it's like, because I was like, I said something about, I'm like, I can't remember what it was that I was asking, but I was like, well, what would you suggest, since you're the expert? I was saying, like, things like that, just kind of joking, like, good-natured ribbing. But there again, that lady didn't know me, and maybe we didn't have that rapport yet. And there again, I am very negative lore in someone's life for the rest of eternity. It happens, man, sometimes. So, like I said, I was joking with that lady. Hopefully she understood that I was joking with her. But I never saw her again anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And I did give her a very good tip. I think it was like a, maybe like it was probably like a $4, $5, $6 drink or whatever. And I think I gave her like a $10 tip, maybe. So it was like over 100%, of my purchase. Definitely, one way or another. I guess my little apology. In case she thought I was not joking, which I was. So that's why I try not to judge people based on first impressions. I will say, if I do have a first impression, a lot of people tend to live up to it. Usually. I don't know. I guess I feel like people are mostly similar, pretty much. Here and there. We're all just trying to make it through life, man. Just trying to make it through life. Survive. That's about the base. The ace of base. Ugh. But anyway. So I try not to, because it's like, I don't know this person. Try to get to know them a little bit more, peel back the layers maybe if I get a chance, because what people first meeting you, or whatever, or chance encounters, whatever, like I don't really feel like that's you being your authentic self anyway, like I said, so I can pretty much get along with anybody anyway, doesn't really matter to me. So, but yes, definitely gauge where the humor is and what, because it was funny. Angie always talked about, she thought I didn't cuss. And then, but, because Angie is a religious person, whatever. And it's like, I thought she didn't cuss. So out of respect for her, I just never cussed around her. And then, like, I just heard her, like, dropping F-bombs and all this other stuff when she was, you know. I was like, oh, she does know these words and use them frequently. Yeah. You know, so it's like, you know, I misjudged that situation, you know. So, but it's like, out of respect for her, I tried to, you know, like, I don't throw out F-bombs around Mom, at least I try not to. Every once in a while one might slip, because I know she's gotten more used to it with people, you know, being around people, and them using it, you know, frequently, whatever. But it's like, you know, I, once again, try to put the other person, you know, respect their level and where they are, you know, and if you're not comfortable with that sort of language, I, you know, won't use it around you, you know, whatever. I mean, I've found some dead baby jokes funny, and some people would not, you know? So it's like, I mean, you know, it's all who who can handle the full load. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, like I said, I try not to, but I'm sure I have some kind of preconceived notion. I mean, I think that's just kind of natural for people to do, you know, or, you know, questions, thoughts, opinions, maybe, one way or another, you know. But, like I said, you know, I usually give people a chance to, like, you know, confirm or deny the, you know, expectations that maybe I have in my head, I suppose. But anyway, that was an overly long video for today. Hopefully it didn't get split into 2 parts, otherwise I guess I'm going to process it in Corel, because one of these SD cards, if I film for too long, I guess there's a glitch or something, and it separates the video file into 2 different pieces. So that's why every once in a while there might be like a skip for like a second or something, because that's me putting the 2 clips together. I don't know, I guess it doesn't really affect anything since it's my weekend, you know. And I filmed it now, so if I upload it, if it gets uploaded after midnight, I still counts as making a video today. That's the rule I am living by. But anyway, so I'm going to, I suppose, see if I need to corral this. Corral it, yes. And, that's it. I'll be back with more bullshit tomorrow. At some point. Who knows? But anyway, have a good one, and I will see you for what I see you. Since, yes, I am going to have to process this through Corel, I thought I would show you. The squirrel is down there. I forgot I dropped some of it on the ground because the bag fell over when I opened, or when I set it down. So, he's dirty. He's itchy. Oh no. Do I have something on my face? Yes, apparently you do. But yes, he's actually eating, what is on the ground. Num 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 num. Num 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 numbers. So, he'll probably get up on the thing, eventually. At some point. But there him is. And you've got more you've got more grass on your face, bud. Oh, never mind. It's gone. Nope. Oh, I just happened to see there's a cardinal. There's a cardinal too. Is it going to slide? Electric slide? Boogaloo? No. You're going to figure it out though. That is my air conditioner. Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh. So close.